everyone, and welcome to Arrow on the Air. I'm Daria Lawson, and thanks for tuning in to the Arrow's weekly news-based broadcast, bringing you all the current updates on entertainment, sports, and local news headlines. To start off the show, Clay Harrell is going to tell us a little bit more about this year's War for the Wheel competition, courtesy of Southeast Athletics Department.
The Southeast Missouri State Athletics Department announced the annual War for the Wheel will take place in Carbondale, Illinois on Friday, October 23rd at 6 p.m. The matchup will feature the number 24 ranked Southern Illinois Salukis and the number 25 ranked Redhawks. Both teams are ranked in the FCS based off of their performances from last season, with the Redhawks finishing 9-4 and are in a tie for first in the Ohio Valley Conference. The Salukis went 7-5 and finished fifth in the Missouri Valley Conference standings. This game will count towards the 2021 record for the season that begins in the spring, and the matchup can also be considered by the selection committee when determining the 16-team playoff matchups. This will be the 88th meeting between the two programs, with Southeast leading the all-time series with a record of 42, 37, and 8. Redhawks Athletic Director Brady Barkey worked with Southern's Athletic Director Liz Jarnigan to plan for a safe return to competition. Redhawks coach Tom Matukowicz and Salukis head coach Nick Hill also worked alongside the two. For more information on the matchup, visit GoSoutheast.com. Reporting for the Southeast Arrow, I'm Clay Harrell.
For a promotional event prior to this year's fall election, candidate Kathy Ellis visited Cape Girardeau on Saturday. Nicolette Baker has more.
Candidate Kathy Ellis visited Cape Girardeau Saturday for a Weekend of Action event before the November 3rd election. She is running as a Democrat congressional candidate for Missouri's 8th District. The Time for Change rally took place at Freedom Corner and Capitol Park. Ellis featured several local speakers. Representatives from the Midwest Council for Civil Rights, Moms Demand Action, and Justice for Maddie all spoke. Ellis said the most important issue facing Missourians right now is providing health care for everyone.
Of course, they don't have access to health care. We're hoping that Medicaid's going to fill some of those gaps. But the reality is we need to have good health care access for everyone in this country, and certainly in our country.
The rally concluded with supporters distributing campaign literature to surrounding neighborhoods. She also hosted a phone bank event on Sunday. For the Southeast Arrow, I'm Nicolette Baker reporting.
The recently finished Veterans Plaza was unveiled last Friday on campus. Maya Andrews expands on the event and ceremony.
A crowd gathered Friday, September 25th between Academic and Memorial Hall to dedicate the newly finished Veterans Plaza. The crowd got to witness the first flag-raising ceremony in honor of the military service of Southeast veterans. The monument included 217 bricks individually dedicated in honor of the military service of individual alumni and families.
Earlier, the project actually started 50 years ago. Much of us coming back from the Vietnam-era war, and we formed our Vet Corps alumni. So we've always talked about having something that would make an impact on the university.
To purchase a brick or donate to the Veterans Plaza Project, visit the website or contact the University Alumni Association office at 573-651-2259. And with the Southeast Arrow, I am Maya Andrews.
Next, Catapult Creative House is featuring a new exhibit focusing on the diversity of landscapes. Hannah Redden reports.
As you entered the glass doors of Catapult Creative House, an artistic landscape awaited you. Catapult invited Jennifer Torres, Associate Professor of Sculpture and Ceramics at the University of Southern Mississippi, to display her creative works for the month of September. The exhibit, titled Mental Landscapes, revealed an interesting rendition of 3D art and a few eye-catching drawings to the public. All the pieces were ranged in different sizes and a variety of colors. Her works of art were placed along the walls or along the floor to further the representation of diversity in landscapes. The pieces included tall and short buildings and the architectural layout of buildings. They also included visuals of a forest landscape, or a combination of the two features. The muse for this exhibition, Mental Landscapes, drew from Torres' dual feelings about landscapes and the environment.
Well, I was born in the city, but we always spent our holidays camping in tents in the state parks around upstate New York and on seashore in New Jersey. I always have this love. So on one hand, I want to be in the trees and in the rural area, but then on the other hand, I want to be in the city where there's culture and excitement. So it's sort of about, I think, understanding your place in space and time.
For new and inspiring artists looking to work with three-dimensional materials, Torres said to not be afraid to try anything. For more information about Catapult Creative House, visit their website at catapultsemo.com. For the Southeast Arrow, I'm Hannah Radden.
Lastly, Nicolette Baker is going to tell us a little bit more about some Southeast retention and enrollment statistics from the fall census.
Southeast reached a retention rate goal this semester as overall enrollment dropped. This fall's retention rate was recorded as 80%, hitting the university's exact goal. This compares to last year's 75% retention rate of first-year students. Overall enrollment declined by 6% this year, according to the university's fall census. Vice President for Enrollment Management and Student Success, Debbie Bilo, said several factors contributed to this year's enrollment rates.
I think it's a very coordinated set of actions and interventions.
International student enrollment dipped by 24% due to COVID-19, Bilo said. However, online student and first-year minority student enrollment increased. For more information, visit Southeast's website page on institutional research. The Southeast Arrow, I'm Nicolette Baker.
That's all of our local news updates from last week. Thanks for listening. This has been Arrow on the Air, part of the Arrow Podcast Network. For more news and podcasts, visit southeastarrow.com/multimedia.